I want to talk to you tonight about your new idea. You know, the new idea that is probably going to change the world. Or, well, it won't. It won't because it won't make it through your organization, your company, the bureaucracy, the policies, the process. IT won't be ready to run with your new idea. And we're in an era that's digital. Everything's digital. It happens on devices like this. And as we work with digital, the fuel of digital, it's ideas. And if we can't get ideas out, then what will happen to us when we compete in the digital economy? We won't be able to run. We won't be able to keep up. And now that I look at this, these are amazing devices. I can get something new on this device in seconds for pennies. And furthermore, I don't know about you, but I think these are like, they're magic. Because I have a fleet of cars on my phone. They come every time I call them. It's amazing what I can do with these devices. And the thing about these devices that's crazy is the speed of change. The speed of change that digital brings. We see new innovations and new technology showing up. It seems like every day there's something new. A new app here, a new solution there. The likes of Amazon, Baidu, Netflix, Uber, you name it, they're introducing new innovation and technology at every turn. And what that really means is that organizations are struggling to keep up. They're thinking about new technology that they can introduce. And they're trying to embark on a change, right? But that change is bigger. It's a big transformation. You could call it a metamorphosis of sorts. Not unlike a caterpillar that turns into a butterfly by becoming something entirely different. Organizations have to do more than just buy new technology. It's not about a new app or the latest AI algorithm. That's not sufficient. They have to fundamentally change who they are and what they do. The speed of digital, the velocity of change that they have to compete with is unprecedented. Think about the companies, the organizations you work with. How many of them are able to compete and to work at the speed of digital? If it's based on my experience, not many of them can. They struggle with it. Now, my own personal background, I came from enterprise IT. And in enterprise IT, we weren't known for being responsive and fast. Rather, it was bureaucratic and stodgy. It was slow. We had structured processes and silos, rigid processes. We liked our processes, in fact. And we worked in projects, long projects. We organized projects. We'd make commitments as to what we would deliver. We would then have our project teams. They would work tirelessly, building BFDs. You know what a BFD is, don't you? That was the big fat document we would do, the requirements that you would sign off on, and then the design, and the project plans, our commitments, the contract we were going to deliver. And the problem was that all took time. It took a lot of time. And it wasn't fast and responsive. That new idea, by the time we delivered, it was remarkably old news. Assuming we were able to deliver the right thing. But I have good news. I really do. There's a great thing that happened about 2001. A group of thought leaders came together and they wrote a manifesto about Agile, about a new way of working to take these big projects, these big ideas, and break them into small chunks that could be delivered consistently and quickly. They called it sprints. The focus was give the business, give the user something they could feel and touch and use to tell us if it's the right thing, to learn and improve. And Agile works. Enterprises around the world are adopting Agile in different paces, and they're seeing success with it. Now, this was great, except for, remember the processes? Those rigid, structured processes? Well, they're still there. And they often get in the way of being able to deliver that idea, that application to the end user, because you have to go through the gauntlet of change. Again, I have good news. 2009, thereabouts, we saw a rapid set of ideas about applying techniques from other industries, but applying it to what we do in software delivery and delivering ideas. That was DevOps. And DevOps embraces and leverages these concepts. It takes lean manufacturing and applying the idea of focusing on work in process and the flow of ideas to the end user. By focusing on the flow and small changes, we're able to move faster. Again, it leverages small changes, not large. Automation is critical because we're able to eliminate manual errors and manual steps that cause so many mistakes. And we're able to do it faster because we've automated it. Furthermore, automated testing helps us ensure that we deliver quality even though we're going faster than ever before. DevOps is about culture. It's about people working together outside of their normal silos, but focusing on their end-to-end work and the value they're delivering. And lastly, feedback. Now, feedback is incredibly important. Without feedback, we don't know if we're building and delivering the right things. It's the feedback from the users. It's the feedback once they have it in their hands that help us to understand what we're delivering and if it's helping them. High fidelity feedback is a key thing that drives this kind of a change. Now, a question. If we were to take these concepts, Agile and DevOps, now arguably I would suggest Agile and DevOps are really the cornerstones of becoming a digital enterprise. If you can't do those, it's going to be really hard to become digital. But if we were to take these ideas and bring them into a traditional organization, what do you think would happen? Do you think it would be a bright, sunshiny day of everyone's happy? Or perhaps it might be gloom and doom and darkness? I was there, Agile team, first sprint. 3 weeks later, you know what? We missed the estimate. We thought we could do more than we did. But we were learning. We were improving. The team was learning how to get better over time. And then our friends from the project management office, they looked down at us or over at us, and they said, you see, your Agile stuff, it doesn't work. You can't deliver on your commitments. And what they didn't fundamentally understand was it wasn't about a commitment for 3 weeks worth of a sprint. It was about a commitment to a product that we were building and getting better at delivering rapidly over time. There is a fundamental cultural change that we were embarking upon. And this is where digital leaders and leaders who can lead that kind of change are so important. And leaders who are leading in this way have to focus on several key things. First thing they have to think about, the foundation, if you will, is a mindset shift. The idea of projects with a start, a stop, and a budget is the wrong thing. We're building digital products. We're launching them and we're improving them over time. We're learning from the feedback we get. The shift in mindset to product is fundamental. The second part is it's end-to-end. It's no longer about my silo. It's no longer about how the QA team did or how the operations team did. It's what's our end-to-end value from the beginning to the end to the customer. It's about not having all of the answers. How many times have you seen it where they wanted to know how exactly much will this project cost before we can start? I don't know. I haven't built it yet. The expectation that we have all the answers up front is a fallacy. We have to be able to embrace having questions and then experimenting and learning as we go, because we're going to discover on the journey. And lastly, it's about teams. Teams that are empowered to make decisions and not wait for a leader to decide for them. Sure, give them some guidance and structure, but give the teams the ability to run. This is a key. because leaders who are in the way become bottlenecks and slow us all down. And as we think about this, the digital leaders, I want you to think about how you can become a digital leader of the future, how you can be the catalyst for change in your organization. And then momentarily imagine the not so distant future. Imagine what will happen when you bring forward in your digital enterprise your next new idea. Imagine how that will thrive. Thank you.